Talk to me about this technique that you are going to teach us to sense energy. Talk to me about that.
Okay, so this is for me kind of how I first, almost how I first learned to feel and sense energy. This was the exercise that my teacher had given us, and it helps you kind of understand that energy exists inside of you and outside of you, your aura, your energy field, and that you get to experience and feel it and have some amount of control with with that energy. And so I'm just gonna walk you through it, and and just see what you notice. Um, so take a breath and just allow yourself to rub your hands together, and then palms facing each other. Just put about a couple inches apart, and then just slowly move them in and out. Not very far, just a little bit. And what I was able to sense and still do when I do this is it's almost like a little bit of taffy between your fingers. It's just kind of as you move, in and out, it just has a densish feeling in between your hands. And for me, it's like, the farther I move it out, it's like I can feel that taffy sensation kind of expanding with me. Um, if you're not feeling this, just kind of rub your hands together again. Start with your hands kind of a little bit close together, and then just gonna move them in and out. And what this is doing is it's noticing that you by doing that action, kind of rubbing your hands together, you are creating a different energetic sensation that can you can utilize that new created energy in the space between your hands. So I'm just going to move this out just a little bit farther until it almost feels like a ball. So this is sort of step two of how I utilize this ball of energy. And so as I feel this kind of energetic ball between, I think about it in terms of a blessing ball. And so I add blessings next in this space between my hands. And you can think about it in terms of, things that you're grateful for. Um, but I always think of, I think of my family, I think of my health, I think of the people that I get to support in my day, what things, the blessings that, just my home and the things that I have been blessed with. And I put all those thoughts in, in my blessing ball. And I just, allow myself to feel them physically with this energy here, and in the joy and the gratitude and the happiness that those blessings bring me. And Jennifer, I know that you have other things that you put in there that I love. So would you share that for a moment?
Yes, I put in there along with my blessings. I put in positive affirmations. I am worthy. I am wonderful. Any I am that positive I am that you can think of, just put in that ball. And because you're blessing yourself. We
Yes,
can bless ourselves. And how does it get any better than that?
I know. Oh. So then when you have all those blessings in there, you can do a couple things with that. I tend to take my ball and then I put it over my body. Like I take that ball and I let it just flow over my whole body, and just allow those blessings and the energy of that and the thoughts and the gratitude of that uplift me. So I can just do that on my own. I can help myself. And it just makes things feel lighter, more peaceful, more joyful when I do that. And so that's one thing I do all very regularly, as many days as I can. The other thing is when you kind of when you have that ball there in your blessings, if there's an area of maybe there's an area of pain that you have going on, and so for a while I had some shoulder discomfort, so I would just take that ball and I would just set it on my shoulder and let the high, high vibration, the good energy of those blessings support, giving some balancing and healing to my shoulder. And so try that on, an area where you might have some discomfort, and just see if it leads to a little more ease and flow and harmony in that area that lessens the discomfort. So
And it,
that's yeah, go ahead.
well, this is also where creative energy comes in, because then you can play. This is a great exercise to play with and
Mm-hmm.
not get too stressed over because it's just an exercise. And I loved learning this exercise when as same with Susan, it was one of the first energy exercises that I learned. And it was like I could feel that taffy. I could feel that resistance from hand to hand. How cool is that? And then being able to put affirmations and to help heal my body of physical issues. That's pretty dang cool.